Hola bafethu, and welcome to Take Me Through Your Journey with the one and only MABOKOTHO bafethu. Autiakasi mfethu, Autiakasi Freedom Square, the Dark Man, yeah? Who's that?
Wait.
Abachaya sir.
So papa.
Question. Yeah, I answered it as honest as I can. It's time.
It's Shaxe time.
Hola bafethu, welcome to another episode of Take Me Through Your Journey with myself, MABOKOTHO, and today, bafethu, DJ Fats, things are escalating, every episode, things are escalating. Anyway, without any waste of time, please welcome Shaxe Khumalo. Who is that, Hotman? I'm not. Abacha. Hotman.
Yeah.
There's something in Twitter
Sure.
for the very long time. Just spaces guys my game.
You know that depends on the quality of the mic.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like,
so what do you think about? Okay.
No, this is standard.
Okay.
I think they prefer SM70.
Oh.
The one that Michael Jackson used to record his Thriller album.
How much?
Those are the ones that they used for radio.
How much do we have to?
It was expensive. It's like a 15,000 rand one. Mario like
thousand. Otherwise, I'm not Hotman.
Easy fit.
One love.
Sure.
The guy vandag.
Foodies Club SA. So this is my new baby, 4 months old.
4 months.
Yeah, 4 months old.
Wow.
So we wanted to bring class to our food.
Yeah.
Like have beef stew at a decent place.
Yeah.
Have malamokhodi at a decent place. Not this thing, yeah. Every time when we want to have our food, Santori to some dodgy space somewhere downtown or wherever,
yeah.
You know, it doesn't make sense. So the whole thing was to really have a cool spot where we can have our own food, you know, without worrying about the environment and you know, and all that.
And then so far, how's the business this side?
People are supporting. People are supporting. I'm not going to complain about that. Surprisingly, because look, we came in with a different menu offering, for example, where in Second Avenue there was no one selling African food, where you did not have African food on Mr. Delivery, for example, as well. Which for me, I had an issue with that we are in Africa, we are Africans, we are the majority, but when you go to those kind of apps, for example, like Mr. D app, you only see Asian cuisine, you see Indian cuisine, Italian and other people. We don't have our food there. So I have a problem with that personally, and I think part of trying to bring something different was to start this. And I'm hoping for more of them to open up at places where we don't think they should be, especially. And
then in the near future, do we see Foodies Club SA having multiple branches?
That's the plan. I think I'd put this out on social media that I would like to have as many partners as possible. Where part of this will also be to empower black people and partner with them at different areas, different parts of the country. In Bloem, I mean, from my research that I've done, there's room to open about 2-3 other stores, you know, because of our offering. You know, if you go to the west, you go to the south, there's a lot of us there who actually love eating this kind of food. So we can open up if everywhere and anywhere.
Anyway, ne?
Yeah.
And then Shaxe, I grew up listening to you on radio.
Yeah.
You took me to school.
Yeah.
And you know, when you are on radio, a listener has their own picture of you. Yeah.
Sure.
So I always thought Shaxe the snob guy until I find out you were born somewhere but you were raised in Botshabelo.
Yeah.
Can you just take us through the younger version of Shaxe Khumalo?
Okay, so my upbringing, what I do know is that I was born in a farm called Botshabelo. And then I think we moved to Botshabelo when I was like about 3 or something.
Okay.
So my primary schooling happened entirely go Botshabelo.
Yeah.
I grew up go C2.
Yeah.
C2 section.
Yeah.
And then I went to primary go C1, go Sankatani. Primary school, yeah.
Yeah.
And then we moved to the H-ing just before I started with high school. We moved to H2 and then I went.
And the H-ing ki Little Valley of Botshabelo.
Good north, for sure. Good north. You're damn right. Good north.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then I went to attend my schooling, high school course, Chabasa Market. That's where I started my studying and everything. So throughout my entire life,
Yeah.
I guess no, Baskawa.
And then let's talk about the discipline.
Yeah.
For the longest time, I knew you from a distance. Ke bone o le motho disciplined. I never saw anything on social media a bed or a shakes.
Yeah.
Tsamaya le bana ba banyane and all
Yeah,
the
yeah.
drugs. Wa bona is ntwe it's waka, is it your choice about the parenting, how you were raised?
It's a choice. I had very easygoing parents when I was growing up. They pretty much allowed me to do whatever I wanted to do. Choice of what I wanted to study, for example, and all those kind of things. At some point when I was doing radio, right, I had to choose. I wanted to do radio because I want to be a brand and make something out of it, or you understand? So whether you like it or not, as a young person getting public attention, there has to be a choice. You have to make a choice on how you want to do your things and how you want to be seen. So it is discipline, but also it's a choice because I could have chosen to take a different route. Yeah.
And
so
and then where we are so far, I'm the generation that comes after you.
sure.
And what do you think is the difference between your generation and my generation?
Please.
Next time I do this step, but thank you, Hotman.
Look, I'm not gonna speak from an expert point of view because I'm not an expert, but I think the difference is also being impatient. You know what I'm saying? That if I can tell you when I started radio, for example, radio alone, I think before I could get paid my first paycheck radio, I worked for 15 years for free, if not more, for free. Like, but I didn't even see that because I was consumed in my passion, having a good time. So sometimes you focus on the work, and other things just come automatically because you are so focused on doing that specific work, and there's other people who are looking at you who sees you and stuff like that. So for me, it was like one of those where even if the actual radio was not paying me, but because I had created a name for myself, I was getting bookings, a lot of bookings to go DJ, to go MC, just make appearances or whatever the issue or the case might be, and get paid for it.
And get paid.
So you create that brand name, out of it there comes other benefits. You know?
And from my research, I find out you played soccer. You loved soccer.
Yeah.
When did you realize that you love radio over soccer? Or
Actually, the radio thing was not even in the picture when I was in high school, right? I only started having interest in radio when they were introducing community stations.
Okay.
Because I could see, like, okay, this is doable. But I did not have any background or training, in fact. Radio.
Yeah.
I think I remember I went for an audition. And we were both 10 down. They said no to the both of us. You understand? But we didn't stop. He went on to do it, Ali Josie. I went to Yovs to do it. So until radio came, it wasn't even planned. You know, I had one of the most confused sort of path after my matric.
Okay.
Trying to figure out what to study. I was good in maths, so I thought I'd be this guy who's into science and all that, you know. One of the things I tried to do was to become a pilot.
Okay.
I saw an ad in the newspaper about pilots and I applied, and then it didn't go that far.
Yeah.
Then I was accepted go CUT to go do radiography. I didn't go because I felt like I don't want to work with injured people. And then I went to Valtech for 6 months, trying chemical engineering. So you see how different all these things are.
Yeah.
So, so
Taka.
eventually I went to Yovs. I was doing BSc statistics there. Right. In my second year, then I went for auditions, Coco of CFM, and they took me. And for me, that was a revelation because I felt I was doing something that I was meant to do.
Okay.
Finally, I was like, this is what I'm going to do. So screw everything else that I was doing. I dropped out of my degree.
For something
To
that
follow
you're not going to
radio.
get paid for.
Yeah.
At that time.
Oh, yeah.
And if I remember correctly, at that time, COF CFM was broadcasting within...
It was
just
not a very big coverage area. It was very small. But I mean, we jumped in there and we changed the game how it was back then. Then I also got into DJing. You know, through friends of mine. So I used to have these two guys I was working with, who were the resident DJs on my show of CFM. DJ Tobias and All Star DJ. They are the ones who taught me how to DJ sharp. Bankadi my equipment. I went to go practice to learn. Then I started playing. But also at the time, I was the only person playing hip hop and bokwaito and whatever. It was only Deep House in Bloom at the time. So, at events, I had to ask, like, Jens, can I play for like 20 minutes in you know, bao guy. So I played for about a year to build a name for myself before I could get a paying gig. Then after that, it was just smooth ride. I was getting bookings. Until today, I still get bookings, which is cool, you know.
And then, Shaxe, please tell me. Every time I listen or I watch an conversation from the radio personalities, there's always a question of how did you get into radio, né? But less of how was your exit at a certain radio station.
Okay.
Which radio station did you separate with on a very bad way? From COF CFM to Moteo to OFM to this planet in coffee.
It was Moteo, actually. So look, I had one of the best times
at Moteo.
For 2 years that I was on the radio when I was there. And I'll tell you why. That was the first time I actually got to experience the power of radio when I was at Moteo FM, because literally we could tell people, let's meet to go say Sarama Buduga at 10 after my show. People came, they supported everything we were doing. They were loyal listeners. Every charity event that we did, they came. So that was the first time I saw the power of radio. So I had my best time there. but also what is sadly happening nationally, not only in Bloem, not only at Motel, is you have people who are involved in the stations to mess up the talent of young people there because they've got their own agendas. Some of them are too old to become superstars, not have an issue. We have an issue with younger talent doing well better than them. And they will use whatever they want and can to try to destroy your career. But I've never been the one believing that you made me so you can. No one made you. If they can make you, then they can make another person like you. Why then come and tell people I made this guy? What that? That's bullshit. You know what I mean?
And then when do you realize that it's time for me to leave Motel?
I had a very. Let me tell you how I left. Let me tell you my last day there.
Yeah, that's what we want. Juicy stuff, ne?
No, man, it was bad. My last day, as I always said, I was doing the breakfast show. I showed up there at 5:30 in the morning. Here's the chairman of the board with a letter to suspend you. You don't know why.
At that time?
At the time, I think. When was it? It was Osborne.
Oh.
Yeah, it was Osborne McCallan.
Yeah,
he was a station manager.
Okay.
So I show up there at 5:30 Monday morning. I'm being told I must leave. I'm like, what? Just like that. I didn't. So I went to do my show. I went on air by force.
Are they giving you a reason why?
No, there's no reason why. Firstly, that's not how things work. That's not how you even discipline or suspend someone. You have to follow a procedure that is set by the labor laws and whatever. So it was unfortunate. Then I ended up having to even go on air and tell the listeners at home what is going on, because it was an issue of just an individual who had an issue with me.
Yeah.
Someone even much older than me. And at some point it gets tiring. If you can't be fighting a lot of back and
you're
forth.
not even
you don't even know what they want from you. I was doing my job. I believe it was a good job I was doing. But just like with anything in life, that has taught me to also not take it for granted, or assume that everyone would love you and love what you do.
That's true.
So there's people who've got, if you don't like me because of your own reasons, I respect that, it's cool. I can say why though, but it's your business.
Yeah.
I understand. So we don't want to wake up every day stressed about what do people think about us today.
Yeah. That's true.
Life is too short for that.
And then Shaxe,
Sure.
From what I've seen, a lot of campus and community radio stations, they do have talents, but it is a bit difficult for these youngies to break into the commercial radios.
True.
How do you end up go OFM? Because most of them, I can drop names, but it's unnecessary. They've stayed go to community radio stations and campus until they are no longer needed, but they are still there.
Yeah. Remember, what you're asking is interesting there. But remember, if your aspiration is to work for Lesedi FM, that's the only VNX station we have, sub-public SABC in Bloem. So basically it means all you want, your dream is to be called Lesedi.
Yeah.
That's why you even hear some of those guys mimicking
The likes of Botshabelo,
You're not helping yourself by doing that, because you must create your own identity to start with. So I think it's a little bit difficult when it comes to the side of people doing VNX radio, because there's only one Motsweding, there's only one, you don't have options. But with English speaking people, there's a lot of different stations you could work for, but it's not easy to get there. Things have changed, like you mentioned earlier. How I got there, I was focused on doing what I love, which was radio. When they called me at OFM, it was a guy called Tim Zankel, who's amazing with radio. When he called me, I remember I didn't even go that year, because I'm like, nah, I'm still having a good time at Motel.
At Motel.
So I only left after I left there. I only went to OFM after I left there. And they were still welcoming.
So you were called while working for Motel?
Yeah.
And then you Paula Bikinya?
Yeah.
Oh,
I was still having. So the main thing is, while you're doing your job, focusing on doing your job, there's someone watching you who would like to work with you next day or whatever.
Yeah.
That's why it's important to keep it 100% of the time and just be the best in what you do. When someone calls you, they will call you. You know, if someone calls me to go DJ something, it's not because they do me a favor. It's because they want me to go play at their wedding or to play at this big event.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's the same principle. So sometimes our focus is too much on trying to get there, but not doing the actual work. You understand? But when you do the actual work, some things just automatically fall into place, and you move ahead. So I didn't know anyone at OFM when I went there. I did not. It was just something that was meant to happen, and I'm happy I was there like for 8 years.
How was the atmosphere? Your first week or your first day? Was there something you realized, or it's different from where I'm from comparing to Kosi and Motel?
Yeah. So firstly, just those three environments are different because one, the management system and style. There's things that I was taught only at Fitlago OFM that I did not know on campus and community. Understand? Because they do things differently. Commercial radio station. You know, you don't have this thing here. I'm gonna have a link for 3 minutes for no reason. You know, so they first thing they will teach you is you have to be economical with the words. You know, you can say something in 30 seconds, the message is passed. You play an advert, we move on. Not talk about the same thing on Jika for 2 minutes. But we on to A1. So things like that sometimes you will hear even on our national radio, that you find people who just love talking on the mic for no reason. Yeah, so you go through those kind of teachings as well, where they tell you if you've got nothing to say, play the music. Yeah. Instead of talking nonsense.
And then, Shaxe, where you are now, people who loved you then and still love you now, they're asking themselves, sorry, what is happening with you regarding radio?
Hey man, if they would like to know if I'd love to go back to radio, yes, I would go back. But I'm also happy where I am. You know, with things that I'm doing, things I'm getting involved in and evolving into as well. But I think I'll always have space for radio. Plus, you just only go to work for 3 hours, then you've got the whole day to do your things. So I would go back if it's worth my while. If it makes sense.
And then, how true is it? I hear this, I think 2012, between 2012 and 2010, said by DJ Fresh.
Okay.
That if you want to make money on radio, you have to do radio in the morning. And then you can have your whole time during the course of the day.
Not necessarily. It depends. It depends how flexible. You could still work in the morning and do a show in the afternoon, but you did your other things in the morning. You know, what I do know for a fact is that radio itself doesn't necessarily have money.
Okay.
Obviously, you will get paid more. If you're doing breakfast Metro FM, I mean, they're clocking over 100,000 a month salary, which is because of where they are. But generally speaking, a lot of people that I know, even who are on the radio, they make more money off radio than on radio itself. So, like if you look at successful sports stars, they would get more endorsement deals, which are more than their salaries. Which is why it's important to not want to box yourself. You have to try be open for other things that are happening. Some people do work on radio, but I don't regard them even as celebrities because they don't have that status in them. They don't have influence on anyone, but they have these, which is powerful. So if you're having these, you're talking to people every day, but you can't even change someone's life, I don't think you're not really adding any value. So, if you know how to use it, you're going to impact changes in so many people. Understand? The same thing with getting other gigs outside. they will naturally come more if you avail yourself to be available, to be out there for other things. And also, my advice today to people, if you don't have multiple streams of income, it's a problem.
Yeah.
We can't live on one salary anymore. Things are different.
Life is
crazy now.
Yeah.
It's expensive, yeah.
And then, bruh Shaxe, let's talk about this crazy idea that you had. Bringing the beach party in Bloemfontein. What went through your mind, and how long did it take you to finally say, I'm doing it? Because there's a lot of things that you have to do before implementing the idea.
How it started?
How did that come about? Yeah.
How it started, I remember that year. The first day when I did it, 2009. Yeah. I put up on Facebook, it was January, I put up on Facebook that I'm thinking of doing Mangam Beach Party. And people said, go for it. Okay. So they say me, come match. I did the first one, but I love the story of how it happened, actually. That was my first big
Let's
event.
start here.
Yeah.
Why? You could have said, you are doing picnic in the north.
In the north,
you could have said that.
Yeah.
Why beach party in Bloom?
I don't know, it was just a wild idea. I don't know. It was just a wild, I mean, first of all, there's not even a beach in Bloom.
That's why it is still with us even today.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was crazy. So it just came to my mind. I didn't get inspired by a specific thing.
Yeah.
I just thought about it. I can go Facebook about it. Yes, you can do it. And then from there, I went to Coke to ask them to give me a truck. Their stage, they had this big truck, which they agreed to give it to me as a sponsorship. And then we didn't even have a VIP area. We didn't even have fancy between the stage and the public.
We were sitting with these crazy people.
Yeah, we were sitting everywhere, you know. And then what I did, obviously, I spoke to Majida locally to come play. At the time, I was close le Kulichana le JR.
Yeah.
So I'll pay them when they arrive here. Which they came. I paid them shelter gating 7,000 Rand each. It's counting 20 Rand. You know. So they came. The event happened. I think we cleared about 2,000.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then I saw the potential. Then I went to speak to Boy Sabi. And from there, moving onwards, it got better in terms of infrastructure and setup because I had these people now sponsoring the event.
They were injecting money.
Yeah, SAB and other people that work with me.
And then you know rumors in Blooming.
Yeah, there's rumors everywhere.
Everywhere about anyone. And I've heard things like the reason we no longer have beach parties because Shaxe Khumalo and all that.
Yeah, man. Even if that's true, yeah, man.
That was nice, no?
Yeah, man.
Why do we no longer have beach party?
So I think in the 7, if not 8. Right. First of all, the last one that we had.
Yeah.
If anyone remembers, it was raining heavy that day. The day before the event, and the day even during the day of the event. I had to cancel the Friday. Firstly, when you do a festival, you go set up tents and stages the day before. You have got heavy trucks. So and then they can't move. You can't do anything. So I had to decide on the day before and stop these people from bringing in stuff because it's not going to happen. Yeah, you don't set up stage the day of the event. But besides that, it was getting more expensive to do as well. So because we're talking about the time where Casper were getting famous, AKA were now popping.
From Kulichana to others.
You understand? So I'm saying to you, we're talking about an event where in the beginning, before Casper exploded in that year, only clearly for 5K. The same year, October, he was charging 45,000 Rand. So it shows you how quickly it was growing. So now we're having artists who are asking 60K upwards and whatever. When you do a festival, it's a lot of work. Your setup is costly. Then you have artists that you must pay for as well. So if you don't really have backing from the sponsors, it's difficult to get it done. So I didn't have enough of those. And I think I work at the sponsors. One of the best ones that I had KZN Tourism sponsoring me. And they brought in Bubig Nazi, Baita Makida. We gave away like a couple getaway to Durban, because they understood. I'm in the Free State. I do not get a single sponsorship from the tourism here, but they were able to come through and sponsor. So sometimes people see event from the outside and they think events are like, So that's why the concept of picnic in the north, where I say, you don't go to my event because Danone is playing. You must go there because the music is gonna be good either way, and you're gonna have a good experience. So
that's why you don't have a lineup and all.
No, I don't have. So all my events now, what I do, I wanna sell people an experience. Everything must be an experience. It's not about
who's coming,
who's playing. No, because the public doesn't see it, but I'm telling you, someone who's involved as a DJ and a promoter. A lot of these guys are disrespecting us from Botshabelo, for example. Like even now, Giddy Curfew, they still rock up 8:30.
Yeah.
You paid him.
Unkile
other 4 gigs. He had to stop in Valcom before coming to Bloom. They get here, they're late. You paid them. So you must decide if you want to be a group or you want to do business. You understand? So I feel, to a larger extent, we don't need them to always come and take the money and go away. As long as people can believe in us, that if I can throw a proper show for you and you will love it with locals playing and they are good, just if not better, why not do it? So I'm praying that we will have that mindset change, that we must stop saying a show is a show because of so and so.
With your experience organizing events, being on radio, being a DJ yourself, the people coming to support you, some not coming to support you, being sabotaged, all these experience how difficult or simple, and the strategy that is more differently too, because I think most 90% of the organizers, it's about bringing Danone. People will come. Bringing TSHEPANG, people will come. If not, then
it's not.
How difficult or easy it is for one to be in the entertainment industry? In Bloem or in Free State, to say?
I wouldn't say it's easy. It's not easy, especially because we probably now have like 10,000 DJs in Bloem alone. And where they all gonna play is difficult. So you should count yourself lucky if out of this whole pack of people, you still have a show. You know what I'm saying? Because it's highly competitive now that I don't see anyone new breaking through now with anything new, for example. Unless if you're talking about what Mabiano did for the culture is quite big. But I've never seen so many people come out, vocals, producers, and DJs as well coming from, but they play their old music obviously, which is still cool. But if you're gonna try come out now, you need to have amazing powers so you can actually make it and come out and overtake other people that are existing and whatever. The same way, equally, we could discuss issues that why are other guys have more longevity than the others. That Babang seemed to have fallen behind when the competition was getting more tighter. We understand? So I guess we are different as well. We are different. If I want to be a guy playing for the 6 packers at Biri, where am I going to go? I'm not going to go anywhere.
Not going anywhere.
They don't want to respect me because so it's small things, but they happen.
And my follow-up question, like you just mentioned now, longevity, consistency. It involves discipline, but maybe you might have a different answer of how you worked with the generation, yeah, and then there are young kids coming up, myself, you're still here. How did you keep that going?
I think it was a conscious decision about my brand identity, for example. So, like I was saying, when I first came out in Bloom, there was no one playing hip hop.
Yeah.
And Bokwaito.
Yeah.
Which I kept to. I kept to that. I can play house. I was taught to play with house. My best friends are the best in house music ever. From vinyl to whatever, I can play house music. But when you see my name on a poster,
Yeah.
that I'm playing go club what or whatever, you go there because you want to listen to the shakes where hip hop
Yeah.
it's gonna play quiet or play Niger music or whatever. But this is very important. We need to have a discipline between what is being a corporate DJ or entertainer and being just a club DJ. So when I get booked by your company,
Yeah.
saying you have year-end function, you've got 20 black people, you've got 5 whites, 3 colors, 6 Indians, whatever. When I go there, I don't go there as a hip-hop DJ. I go there to cater for the clientele, which is there.
This is what you are asking, Wena, as a person who's...
No, I'm telling you. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm saying...
Yeah. I want you to give me a brief.
Yeah, that's
Who am
my
I?
question.
Yeah, like this Saturday I have a wedding. This is a multiracial wedding.
Yeah.
But if I'm only focusing on playing my piano alone or hip hop alone, I cannot cater for these other people. So I kept going back to play for SAB's year-end function for 5 years back to back because they understood that I could entertain the crowd that is there. That is what you're doing. So the same principle, even you as a DJ, I booked you to come and play at my club. But whenever you are there, you want to impress your friends with new songs that you're playing for yourself and them. The Jaffa Lily too, and I paid you. My customers are bored. It's a problem. Who are you DJing for? The public or for your friends? For the public. So you see, it's a small thing, but there's people who don't get that.
Wow.
Who you playing for as a DJ?
Wow.
It's not to impress your
friends, your competitors. Wow. And then Brashik, just before Foodies Club,
yes,
I heard you were involved or you owned Ivy Lounge. I just wanted us to get into that just a little bit, not too much into it. Was that true? If so, why did you stop?
It is true.
Yeah.
I have evidence to show you.
Wow, it's true, guys.
Yeah, it's true.
It's true, guys. yeah.
It's true. So that was one of the first big projects I was part of. Because I came from being a DJ, from doing events to now having to have my own spot, right? In Second Avenue especially. So I'm glad it happened. I'm glad I was part of it. I'm proud of being a part of it. I'm proud of the memories that were created. You know, I'm part of the opportunities that we created for other people as well. But one of the things that you're going to learn in life is sometimes you'll get into business partnerships that will not last or work for you at some stage, and you must get out of them. So that's why I left.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong with that. No, there's nothing wrong with that. So I'm not. People are different. Now I'm the kind of person. Even if if I feel our relationship is tiring, you are bullshitting me. Because you're just tiring. There's people who are tiring. Even their energy is tiring. You understand? So for me, whether it's personal or private relationship, I value my peace and my happiness.
Yeah.
And I cannot pretend to appease you or make you happy.
Yeah.
Understand?
Yeah.
I want to be myself all the time. So if we want to get to a point where we no longer see things the same way, it's okay to separate.
Yeah.
You don't owe anyone any explanation why. Of course, I know there's rumors about why I left Ivy and why whatever. They don't know, but if they're watching this, they will know the truth now.
The truth, yeah.
Yeah, but that was that. It's as simple as that, really. But I'm glad that I think most of the time I work with people who respect me, who love what I do, and who come equally into it to make sure that it's benefiting both parties involved. Yeah.
Nice. And then why? Okay, we know the why part. Yeah, the Foodies Club.
Yeah.
Ne?
Yeah.
Or why did you start this business? Yeah. But was this kind of business part of the plan along the way, or
not really? I think half the things I've done came by accident, or things that I was not planning to be involved in. But I've also learned, like throughout last year, for example, being a club owner was stressful because at the first lockdown we were closed for like 6 months. Then they come back, they close. Alcohol can't be sold. We're depending on alcohol in the club industry, and events, But I also got to learn that the food industry made more money during the hard lockdown than any industry, because people were still eating every day despite and whatever, but people still bought food. So I think that's part of the inspiration for me to okay, maybe we should get into this. So for me, I have fully sort of submerged myself in the whole entrepreneurship vibe.
Yeah.
Where I don't even have interest of tenders, for example. It's not my thing. I don't like the system. I'm an entrepreneur. It excites me to start something from scratch and conceptualize and talk to the graphic designer and have it back and forth, change that until
the final product.
You know what I'm saying? So I enjoy having to create something like this from scratch, which is flattering that people think it's a franchise, and it's not a franchise. You know what I'm saying? This was a brand new concept from scratch. So I'm glad I'm involved in this now.
Nice,
Yeah.
nice. And then, Shaxe, let's move to your personal life.
Yeah.
Personal space.
You have time for that?
A lot of women are
Yeah.
interested to know this handsome guy.
Hey, is it you? Or is it
I attended Makufe 2018 and they were playing there.
Yeah.
I saw women going crazy then. One plus one. I'm like, oh, okay, I understand.
Yeah.
Are you seeing someone?
Yeah.
Are you a father to someone?
Yeah.
What's happening in the
I'm seeing someone. I've been with them for 6 years now.
Wow.
She's gorgeous. She's beautiful.
Beautiful.
Yeah, my son is 8 years old. He stays in Soweto, and he was born there. I used to date this lady who was studying here from there as well. So that's how we got to have the child together. So yes, I do have. I'm seeing someone.
So it's a slow.
Alone. One person. I'm seeing only one person. Okay, when I get in the camera, sir. What I was what camera now? Like say we. Like, So yeah. I'm
Yeah, that's nice. And Shaxe or Batlabana Babokai?
With me,
Yeah.
I would want to have 2 kids, but I'll tell you why. Yes. I go sokola usana ke batla go ya ko Monaco or Maldives. Bana ba 80 ke bana ba don't disturb. I don't want that. Nah.
But you
I just want to have 2 kids. I think I'll be happy. A boy and a girl, I'll be happy.
And if kisa force o wabo gago o wabo 4 ko dlaleng?
4.
Wabo 4.
Yeah. Because I come from a family. Yeah,
big
6.
sisters.
Yeah.
3 sisters, Baba Holo wena ne?
Yes.
I did my
And 2
research.
younger, yes.
And 1 younger brother.
Yeah.
And
Pablo.
1 younger sister.
Yeah.
How difficult it is to be in an environment where batho ba bo mme.
Nah, it was actually nice. It was nice. I've got very good memories of how I grew up with my sisters around. It was actually quite dope. We were nice. It was nice environment for me. Yeah, I had a good time.
And then Shaxe, is it? You said it's a son, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Would you Are you the kind of parent, Elungore, you want your son to live a certain life or to make their own mistakes and then you will support them?
Well, look, I think some things can be avoided, some mistakes can be avoided if we talk to our kids. We are black. We grew up in a way where there wasn't talk from our parents.
Yeah.
Let alone about sex, for example.
Yeah.
That doesn't happen.
Yeah.
Right. But obviously, I would want him to look up to me. Take what he wants. He must take what he wants from me. That he wants to keep. He can be the opposite of the kind of person I am. It's also possible.
Yeah.
But I don't think anyone has power to shape their kids to become what they want them to be. You can only help them.
You can
If
only
he chooses
help
to become a good soccer player,
them. Yeah.
I'll probably manage him
Yeah.
and bank the money, you know.
Let's make money.
Yes, unless if he wants to be a thug, then it's a different story.
Yeah.
We'll have a different talk.
Yeah. Bro, Shaxe, I'm going to give the guys an opportunity to ask you one question each, if not
Okay.
two. Yeah. The guys we are with here.
Do they have questions though?
Yeah, they're gonna grill you. This one, he talks too much.
It's not a name. Shaxe is not a name. It's a nickname. What is your name?
Shanyana.
Why are you saying it's a nickname? Let's start there first.
Shaxe.
S-H-A. My mom. If your mom is cool, she will call you Shakes. So my mom was cool. She called me Shakes.
Imagine me wa MABOKOTHO.
No,
No, dog.
I got that name from playing soccer. I was playing soccer in Botshabelo.
Yeah.
High school. In fact, I think you asked me something earlier about playing soccer.
Soccer, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I left it purely because I was good, but there was a guy that I felt was even much better than me that I felt was supposed or deserved to be far. And he got nowhere.
Jeez.
Then I'm like, if this guy cannot make it with this talent, Nagma,
Who am I?
who am I to actually still want to? So I dropped the whole soccer thing. I changed the spelling to Shaxe. So the name belongs to me alone. So
Lutlile bafethu. Oshapuja. And your real name?
Shanyana, give me Shanyana. My real name is Shaxe Khumalo. My real name is Shaxe Khumalo. You can go add the name K80 Randa go home my face. Very cheap.
Shanyana.
Next.
Bucks Monat.
Isabun Benjamin. Away.
All the way.
No. So
The question is, Bucks Monat is the best MC alongside Leila and Sean. And then why is Shaxe not booking Bucks Monat?
because I don't do festivals. That's why. Picnic in the North is small, unless if you do the first edition where we go to a big venue. But otherwise, small gigs, even clubs. In Bloom, clubs don't even use much of MCs, right? It has to be a festival. It has to be your beach party type of stage to want to have an MC. But that's a problem. So maybe if you could try to venture into being a hype man for DJs Good Club, it might be a new trend, but you must know how to do it later. It's kind of annoying, you know. Well, you know when the MC speaks over you while you're playing too much.
Yeah.
So maybe you could explore that. I think no one is doing it now. In Joburg it's big. They always have hype men in the club. Get the mood right, you know, get the people hyped up and all that. Maramona MCing work comes out only when there's festivals, which is a problem.
DJ Danon. The first question was from a radio presenter. The second one was from an MC. Now we have a DJ.
Arosha man.
Umnat.
Enomaka.
Yana umutsi wayesamubisi ato DJ.
Ma. Ayena wazi barzo whole khala ke muzama.
This guy, he made this conversation possible. Thanks, DJ Tanono. Matobako Images, book the guy. He's doing photography. for all these kind of events, corporates, weddings, funerals, anything. I don't know if it's a little divorce party. Okay, Ntanga, Tokomel.
Hola.
How did you guys survive from Victoria to the way they got in Oyana? And those guys, how do they think about
The question is, Shaxe, you are raised in Botshabelo, and the guy, when he looks at yourself and Batukara, you guys are doing well for yourselves.
Thank you.
How do you think the guys, and now it's about Botshabelo ka Majitabelo ngore, yeah, how do you think the guys feel, and how did you overcome that to say I'm not gonna be part of this thing? Yeah,
I think I don't think it's fair to exclude our upbringing time. Like no, when I'm beginning about let's say giddy gangsters, we're not doing those things, Rona. I mean, the last thing when I was even in high school, I wasn't even after girls. The girls I was studying to pass. I was not even going to taverns to go play or whatever. Only after matric that I started DJing, for example.
yeah,
I would be allowed to go out. So I think it's fair to answer you. I don't think it's fair to compare the times then to now, because things are different now. Where you have high school kids telling you can't tell them anything, even if you want to guide them, but you can't tell me anything. You're not my father, so it ends there. So we come from a generation where your parents are my parents. If I mess up today, my parents will go spanning. Next door, I'm black saying,
they will shamble you.
chase. That's how we were brought up. They want to put your ass again. But don't report Sabu people are happy. But that doesn't happen now. If you look at how things are being done. So, you cannot. So I think that discipline that we had at the time and how we were brought up helped us to like be somewhere. So of course it's heartbreaking when you go back, you see Majita hosting Libona, all they become is asking for Turanta and that's it. And you can see there's not even any aspirations to change anything in the future. It's sad, but it's the reality that happens. Understand? It's really, really sad.
Are you satisfied? Ramnat? Alright. Bro Shaxe, get over the comments or questions. DJ Yaya.
Yeah.
You used to work together, ne? Ayanda Moni, DJ Yaya.
Yeah.
Yeah, are the general, yeah, go Chevy and Jack. And then section 10. Are Shaxe Khumalo. Kemang original looks like it's a guy. I think
we answered that.
Yeah. And then there was a question here, Yahore. Just can't remember when I told
why am I DJing with the iPads?
Why we are? Yeah.
That's very easy, bro. That's very easy.
Oh, let me check so long. It's a home that question. So long, yeah.
Ntoya, playing from the tablet for me is a convenience.
Yeah.
The convenience, there's nothing. So I was taught to DJ a vinyl. I still have one bag of my vinyls.
Yeah.
So I've done that. I've played the CD players, just non-pitch control, whatever. I've played with memory sticks. I'm over that. Convenience of the tablet. All I do is to put my headphones in the bag and get the proper cable. I don't even cheat. I still mix, by the way. So you do have different apps for mixing. Bosserato, whatever. So I happen to find one that works for me. I still mix. It's the same display. What you do on the equipment, I just do it on one screen. Basically, it doesn't help me to DJ better.
Yeah.
No.
The question is from Bambi. Bambi. And then the last question is from Neo. Are this Frotman has to come back to radio? It's not a question.
I'd love to.
You have to come back.
Yeah, no, I'd love to. I'd love to.
Which radio do you think you would like to go back to? Not necessarily to disability.
Yeah. I don't think it's going to make sense to want to go back to campus or community radio station. if I was to go back to OFM, I would want to do a more meaningful radio time slot. Other than that, any station that I don't want to leave Bloem. I want to work from Bloem.
Yeah.
So if it's SABC, I can do the show from here. I don't have to go.
Yeah.
I don't want to. I'm fine here. I got
And on that, Shaxe,
yeah.
I think it's the last question from me.
Sure.
On that, mostly but Free State, they go out, like when we approached you, we told you that most people, they go out.
Yeah.
Durban,
for sure.
Cape Town, Gauteng, they make a living there. And then re kopana le bona there, only to find out trying to make a living there. And you have this passion, you have this ideas and everything. When I look at them, if you were to go and implement them somewhere, you are gonna make money more than you're making
I'd be a
here.
millionaire. Yeah.
Why are you still having a hope they will be successful in Bloem in Free State?
I love Bloem. Yeah, I love our province. I wish we were at a space where our leaders locally believed in us and respected us the same way they do respect to other people from out of town who come here.
Yeah.
Famous or whatever the case might be. When you travel and you come back to Bloem, you see how much space or gap there is to do a lot of new things. Understand? And for me, it's always been the thing. Whether I'm in Thailand or I'm in Cape Town or London, you see when you are there, like, but there's so much that we can do back home as well. And for me, not that it's easier here, but I'm hoping that let's open up this for the next generation coming behind us as well. That who would have thought that you would have black owners running clubs in Second Avenue in Bloem when a couple of years ago this street was only white, for example. You know, so things do change. I'd like to think that some of the things that we're fighting for now, we're making it easier for the next, for you guys. You understand?
Nice
that,
one.
We would have them now easy and open for us.
And then, Shaxe, how long have you not been on radio? When was your last time on radio?
2018.
2018. So
No, actually, I did until last day. I was doing
Radio.
City Radio. I was doing online
Yeah.
last day, which was also a new experience and dope. I'm glad.
So what?
City Radio. Okay, so I'll try be short with it. Currently, ne market wa the podcast.
Oh, wait. What happened ka City Radio ka Shaxe and City Radio?
Ka City Radio.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So what's happening now? This is from us doing that. Implementing that station from scratch with a friend of mine, Colin. For example, my show, right? I was on the morning show.
Yeah.
Top 3 cities that was listening the most. It was Cape Town, Durban, and Joburg. Bloem was number 4 or 5. You understand? Sharp. You have those numbers, but you are based in Bloem. But if I want to make money, I must go sell the ad to a local business in Bloem. Not someone who's in Pretoria.
They're not gonna come and buy you.
They're gonna come and buy. Who's gonna buy is the guy here. So now you look at, you've got these good numbers, but you can't convert them to money because the listenership in is not here. It's useless. If we had an office in there, it would make sense.
It would make sense.
But online consumption, radio is still small in Bloem because of the internet accessibility. They've got more Wi-Fi hotspots, for example. It's probably even cheaper. It's because it's easily available. You know, Lego strategy.
Yeah.
Rona, you don't have that luxury here, unfortunately. So it's still
50. Can you 50 of my square?
So I understand.
Yeah.
So that's the only reason why it was a business decision.
Yeah.
Nothing else.
Yeah,
One of the
business-wise
best
doesn't make
experiences
sense.
So you're
And-
saying
and I'm
online
glad.
radio station in Bloemfontein is useless?
I'm not saying it's useless.
It's not
I'm
useless.
Just saying, we did such a good job. We still had, for example, MTN sponsor my show, but MTN is a national brand.
Yeah.
So Footprint Yamana is not only here. But for local businesses, you can't walk up to Foodies now and ask them to place an ad when it's going to be heard by someone in Cape Town. I want someone who's in Bloem to come and support me. Understand? So it's purely a business decision not to. Yeah.
And then from the last time you were on air to today,
Yeah.
I think somehow you wish you were the one sitting here asking questions.
Not
Even
really.
if you were
nice.
not asking me.
Sometimes it's nice not to
Not
ask,
to.
ask questions.
But if you were given an opportunity to sit here
Yeah.
to ask a question, but not me, asking Shakes a question, yourself asking Shakes a question, what is that one question, Oring? Doc, rebuile so far, but also puts it this thing, and I'd like people to know.
Sure.
You know, when my guest says Joe, that's when I feel I did my job.
Yeah, I know. You did. I think, what would I like? I'd like people to know the importance of relationships. That I've learned some of the things that, or people that I have met, say 10 years ago,
Yeah.
or build relationship with Lebon or something. Things are paying off only now from some of those things I did then. So sometimes we do something now and expect the results tomorrow. And it doesn't work like that. Sometimes it takes some time. That, okay, Sharp, just because you've got access to me, and you want to ask me about Chelsea, Gausan or whatever nonsense like that, if I'm not into song, I'm not going to speak to you.
Yeah.
However, you can still not talk to me after 2 years. Something comes up, which is valuable that you know. Can we meet? You've known me before.
Yeah.
We've never met until
never- yeah.
you have this happening. So sometimes it's like the whole thing of someone being your mentor.
Yeah.
That you don't have to always speak to them or ask them questions every day, but you just observe their moves and you learn from that as well. So what you're doing is dope, and often people will just not make things happen because if you have your perceptions about me already before you even meet me, and sometimes it's about whatever, because you feel like that's your opinion, you know. So I tell people we've got nothing to lose. If I thought this was nonsense, I was gonna say no.
Yeah.
If you no Copa interview, but
Yeah.
you still came. You guys came. You made it happen. That's how life is. You want something from MTN? Go.
Go.
You either say yes or no. What do you have to lose? Nothing.
Nothing.
But doing nothing about it. So I don't get things because I've got connections. It's because I went to knock there. I went to knock and propose to them like I'd like to work with you. Whether when I was driving a sponsored car or whatever the case might be, all those things, you initiate them. Don't expect the guy sitting in the corporate boardroom in a suit to know what's happening in the streets. Sometimes
Yeah.
they don't even know. That's why you go to them and tell them, if we do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, this is what you want to benefit. I want to benefit. We're all happy. So any relationship, anything you want to request from anyone, anything is possible. That's what I've learned. Now I just walk in and ask what I need where I can.
I love what you're saying. And I keep on saying, this is my last question, this is my last question. I want to let you go. But Shakes, from DJing, events planning, radio, business, I think you just mentioned something like a mentor. You had people that you were looking up to, not necessarily to say, I want to be like this person, but you are like, I'm inspired.
Yeah.
Radio-wise, when you were in the space of radio, who was that one person that you were saying, yeah, this person does it for me?
The person who made me love radio. There was a guy in Aspanago 5 FM, a white guy, Mark Gilman.
Mark Gilman.
Yeah. He had a very squeaky voice, was very loud in the morning. So it's him. Also Just Eyes. Justice Ramafon. Yeah, it's dope. He made me love radio.
Nice.
Yeah.
And then MCing, you also do MCing?
Yeah.
MCing, is there anyone ordering because of how they do?
Not really, because remember, I do mostly corporate MCing. But why can you feel it? Are you still there?
Yeah.
No, you see, that question is important because that's exactly what differentiates us. Whether you're on radio or you're an MC or you're a DJ, you have to have your own identity. I don't want someone to say, I remind them of so and so.
Yeah.
That's where you do it. It's the same with radio. Some of the guys on radio are guys with sexy voices, and then you find guys like myself with a squeaky voice. Someone like Eddie Zondi, may he so rest in peace, all he had to do was to announce the songs and the time and say this is Metro FM and that's it. But women loved his voice. They were okay with him not even giving them any information about anything. No. He's that guy, Chama boy. That's it. That's what he does.
Yeah.
Understand?
Yeah.
Then you have to have people who have to use more creativity to charm people to listen to them. Either you must be funny or you must have punchlines, whatever.
Yeah.
But it's important to have your own identity.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get you. And then as a DJ, is there someone?
That I looked up to when I was DJ. Not really.
Oh, 2018, dog. You played a song. What was that song? It's a hip hop song. I think it's Rick Ross. I was like, what's happening here? I couldn't miss that moment. I still have that video. I'll show you one. I was like, what's happening here? Were you expecting that reaction? I think one of the pictures here, you saw that you were having fun. I took a picture from behind.
Yeah. I saw those ones posted. No. I think every DJ's intention when they play is to get the crowd going. You know what I'm saying? So it feels good when you see people sing along and they react. That's why, like, look, there's debates about how people judge a DJ or you are best because of certain traits, for example. Just give people what they want.
Simple as
End of the story.
Simple as
you understand?
Simple as that.
I'm not a hip hop head. I'm a hip hop DJ.
Yeah.
I play commercial music.
Yeah.
So don't expect to hear from my side songs that I'll be playing in the car, and you want me to play in the club.
Yeah.
Some songs are good for the car, some are good for your lounge in the house, not for the club.
I heard someone saying just because was it Black Coffee? Just because it is my favorite song, that doesn't qualify it to be on my set.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Nice.
And often guys who are playing house listen to a lot of hip hop and vice versa as well.
Yeah.
Because you can't listen to what you play at the club every day as well. No.
Bro Shaxe, we're gonna play a game.
Sure.
It's a stupid game. It's called the hot seat.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you 5 options. I'm gonna drop 5 names. The game is called Smash or Pass. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
In the meantime, in the meantime, Bro Shaxe, what do you say to the kids my age?
Amen. To kids your age, everyone watching this as well, is that you should not let anyone tell you what you can and cannot do. If you want to do something which hasn't been done before and it sounds good to you and you believe in it, go for it. Go and do it. So sometimes we like waste so much time because game it's next week Monday. I've learned in anything you do, the key thing is to start. Once you've started, then you will fix the mistakes.
That's true.
That's just how it is. But there's people who are like now out of time because for the past 5 years they've been saying like, yes, and you see one day I'm gonna do what.
One day you won't blind.
There's a lot of those people. So be yourself and follow your dreams.
Yeah. Bro Shaxe, the reason we play in this game is just for people to know you better.
Sure.
Yeah. I get it on our conversation.
Yeah.
They had to know things they didn't know about you. But here is to know you better.
Okay.
Shaxe is still a person after all.
Okay.
So we're gonna play smash or pass.
Okay.
I drop a name,
Yeah.
you smash or you pass.
Like individual names.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you sure? Are you ready for this one?
I don't know because I don't know who you have on your list.
Okay. Number 1. And you're gonna give a reason.
Or must I give a reason?
Yeah, it would be interesting.
But why did you pick those names to start with? How did you?
It's not me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's not me. Okay, number 1, Layla. Smash or pass?
Layla's my friend. How can I smash Layla? She's my friend. No, I wouldn't smash Layla.
You won't smash.
I still wouldn't because I have a girlfriend.
No.
This one is too smart. Nah.
No, because now I'm thinking about the. Yeah, so
If you didn't have a girlfriend,
I have now.
number 2, Helen.
Helen, my friend as well.
Yeah.
Why you counting?
I didn't know they were your friends.
We are friends. My colleagues were friends. No. Yeah, no. These are all my friends, bro.
Smash or pass?
I would no.
Pass.
Yeah.
Maybe.
She's my friend.
Okay. Number 3, Audrey.
Audrey the singer.
Yeah.
No, pass.
Why?
She's not my type.
Oh, nice. Number 4, Zile. DJ.
DJ Zia.
Yeah.
No, she's not my type.
Pass.
Pass. Yeah.
Last one, DJ Morris.
So you guys, DJ who?
Morris.
Who's DJ Morris?
Maurice Schumacher from the suburb.
What a month or type here or what? So you think this was planned?
Is it? Yeah. Sound like
These are names that just came up.
Oh, I think I met her once.
Yeah.
So, would you smash or pass?
Pass.
Nalma Bisama. Pass.
No. But is it a bad thing if a guy says pass?
No, it's not.
Why don't talk pass of Gunyamax?
Okay.
And it's taking time before you
You
go
know-
pass. When you're gonna see.
Now we move. The last one. It's kick or keep. Kick.
Gender-based
Oh, keep.
violence. I hope Kimajita fell. I'm gonna kick their asses.
Yeah. No, give me the
Okay,
Kick
or keep.
or keep.
Okay.
Yeah. Number 1, Batukar.
Keep is my boy.
Number 2, Nkox.
He's my boy. Keep. Definitely.
Ligudi.
That's my boy. Keep.
Tiger. Sean.
Keep.
I told you guys.
easy.
I told you guys. Who would you kick though?
Who would I kick?
Yeah.
Yeah. Say the radio industry.
In the radio.
Yes.
So easy. No, I'm answering from someone who loves radio. Someone who gets jealous when the mic is being given to just celebrities because their celebrities is wrong. It's wrong.
Being abused.
I think it's wrong. That's why we don't see enough talent being taken up. It's because why do you wanna go take a guy who's just a celebrity and put them on radio? It doesn't make sense to me.
And then last one, who would you smash?
My woman.
This one is smart. Wisdom there. Shashaki. Wisdom over there.
No, it's,
Shasho got money.
no, but it's the truth.
Yeah, anytime.
No, my lady, of course.
Yeah, and then Brashakes, your son would be watching, might be watching this conversation sometime in the future.
Yeah.
What do you say to the older version of him?
Yo. That I hope he learns from me and take out all the good out of me. So no one is perfect. People make mistakes, you know, but we choose what to keep out of our experiences and teachings from different people.
Yeah.
You know, some people obviously are bullshitters, some are not. So I hope he gets to learn the good about his father.
Yeah.
he would look up to me, and I inspire him to become a better person and a better man.
Nice one. And what do you say to your woman?
To my woman,
Yeah.
I love you, baby. Thank you for always being there for me. For the past 6 years, it's been amazing. I'm gonna marry you.
And
Yeah.
and then let's sell the business.
Foodies Club is
Yeah.
So damn, bro. This is the best in the city. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
Mogodu, beef stew, video food is cold. Bona. You have me. So this is one of my dreams. This is something that I'm gonna work harder to make sure that it succeed. And hopefully next time when we speak, we'll be having this interview at a different shop, still around Foodies, different one somewhere else.
Very soon.
Yeah, very soon. So I've learned in life to be patient, you know, and sometimes you have to be patient to learn, and allow things to go through the natural processes. You know what I'm saying? So there's definitely. I want to see it grow and get bigger and bigger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks, Shaxe. With only 180 something subscribers on our channel, you agreed to give us your 1 hour to 1 hour and 30 minutes time.
Oh, for sure, anytime.
You were supposed to do something, make money. In
Yeah.
fact, or spend time with your woman or friends.
No, we're working. We're working. So.
Yeah, but you decided to help us grow the channel.
Sure.
And we hope and believe someone who's watching this conversation is inspired and
Sure.
learn one or two things from what we
I
have
hope so.
spoken about. And thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot.
Thank you for having me. Thank you, gents, for coming through. I appreciate it.
Highly appreciated. This was Take Me Through Your Journey with myself, MABOKOTHO, right here in the Free State Province. Bloemfontein, Ibafethu, Ribege. Thank you, sir.